Talk to me about what Dave Mason means to you.
I mean, man, he's, you know, I said this at the at my Hall of Fame induction. Like I'm an only child, so I don't really know what it actually feels like to have a brother. But like, he's my brother.
Mhm.
He's just my life's changed a lot. I mean, I own a business. I own a roofing business, and just my business has grown over the years, and I'm getting older. I don't have the energy like I used to. Like I used to. I used to physically work on a roof all day long, and I would get to practice, and I would, run practices till I would run the youth practice, the high school practice, and I never got tired, but I do now. But he's just, man, he's been the person I needed at this point. For my kids, he's helped them tremendously. I'm very protective of my program. I'll say I'm kind of a control freak. I'm very OCD kind of person. I like to do things a certain way, and so I'm just protective of my kids. Meaning my wrestlers. Like I'm not going to just let anybody run a practice. Like that's why one of the reasons why I don't just send my kids to every camp and to whatever. Like I'm protective of what they're here and who they're around, and not that I think I'm always right, at all. That's not it. I just, but I mean, at this point, like, man, David Mason runs most of our practices, but he's been, he's the person that I can trust and that I know our kids are getting the right things. So yeah, he's, man, I can talk about him all night, like he's goes way beyond just coaching, again, going through with my house burning down and just, yeah, a lot of struggles, and to have somebody that you can truly trust and know that, like I don't miss very many practices ever, and that's something that's really hard for me, but like, God forbid I have to, like, I'm not worried, like I know our program's doing exactly what it should be. And, so that's tremendous. And then, man, he's got some gifts, like I've been around a lot of people, that know a lot about the sport. But man, he's got some gifts. He's got a level of understanding, for this sport that's unique. Like I know this. I've met a lot of wrestlers who they're great wrestlers. I mean, some of the best wrestlers. I've won at the highest levels, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're a good coach. They're like, and I'll say this, like Coach Levi used to say it all the time, like he was an average wrestler at best, but like coaching, like he knows how to push kids' buttons, like he knows how he just figured that out. And I'll say the same thing for me, I mean, like I was a state placer, like what, but I just, like I could watch things, I can understand it, and I can figure out how to break it down. And then, you got to know how to get in kids' heads. A lot of it's brainwashing to some extent, like you have to get the kids to believe in what's going on. And, and then it falls back to you lead by example. Like I'll never name a team captain. I know, like, hey, because you're the senior, you're the leader. Like I don't name leaders. I don't do that. Like the leader will find himself.
Right.
Like when you lead by example, the rest will follow.
Mhm.
When you lead by example, you usually don't have many problems. Like it's the person who wants to bark orders and have the title that has problems. And so with me and David Mason and the guys I have around, like there's zero ego. Like nobody's doing it for themselves or to say, like I'm the guy. They're doing it because they want to see the kids grow and the program grow.